Check. 1, 2, 3. Check. So I got Addison's and celiac disease contemporaneously when I was about 38 or 39 years old, and I'm 52 now, so I'm pretty strong in math. That's about 17, 18, 19 years, somewhere in there. And then I got diabetes about a year ago. First they thought it was a more benign form of diabetes that I could treat without medicine, but then after about 4 months they realized my numbers were not improving like they should, and that I was going to have to take medicine, specifically insulin, which I do now, which is pretty awesome because it solved the problem. So Addison's disease, my adrenal gland stopped functioning when I was around 38 or 9 years old, and it's amazing that scientists have medicine that basically replicates the functions of the adrenal gland on a day-to-day basis. Specifically, I take steroids that replicate the functions of the adrenal gland. I don't have the ability to produce adrenaline, so in situations where a normal person with fear, fight or flight, injury, most people would produce insulin, and I don't have that ability. It puts me in a little bit of danger because insulin helps adrenaline helps to keep you alive in those situations, even if it's to sustain your body when you get injured. But other than that, there's not a lot of repercussion. Your skin does change color a little bit when you have Addison's, so I'm a little bit darker than I was for most of my life. But really the day-to-day symptoms are muted by the medicine. I really don't think about it much. And as far as celiac goes, I don't eat gluten, and it's gotten a lot easier to do that since gluten's become more well known, and there are a lot of options now that are gluten-free. So I used to look at the ingredient lists a lot, but most stuff that's packaged that is gluten-free now, it says on the front. So I'm looking at this one, and it's got no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, but it doesn't say gluten-free, so I'll bet that this does have gluten in it. And when I look at the ingredients, wheat flour is the second ingredient. Nuts are also gluten-free, so I don't even have to check the ingredients on pistachios, peanuts. Their nuts are per se gluten-free, so that's all safe. Number one ingredient, wheat flour. So this is a no-go.
It's Village Radio. You love to watch TV, but your TV's getting a little old.
No-go on the cookie dough. Celiac, I have to think about more because you eat food more during the day. And for example, we ordered pizza for lunch today in the office. And I mean, there are plenty of options for me, but I can't really participate in that. So thanks to the miracle of modern technology, I can communicate we have a group of guys that play, and during the summer I don't have to do much to set up the games because there are a lot of college kids that just show up. So during the summer we pretty much just show up. I'll text our group of guys to tell them we're playing, but they would go anyway. And then when the summer, when the college kids have gone back to school, I have a group of about 40 to 50 people that I will text on any given day if we want to play. And most of them will respond yes or no. If I get 10 or more people to say yes, then the game will be on. And they pretty much just trust me that I'll have enough people there to play. Aware of getting hit in the head or falling and hitting my head because of the Addison's disease, because like a head injury or some other severe injury would be problematic for me. The diabetes thing, I'm still figuring it out, but it can affect me because if your blood sugar gets too low, you get really sweaty and you lose your energy, and you have to consume some carbohydrate to get your blood sugar back up. I mean, I wasn't happy about it, but honestly it was a little bit of a relief because I've been getting progressively more sick without a diagnosis. So when you actually get an explanation for what's going on, especially if it's treatable, it's a little bit of a relief. So I was, I guess, partially relieved and partially upset that I had these diseases, but I guess mostly I was relieved because they're treatable. I'm still here, doing okay.